Hi everyone, the Touchline Report is back with another episode. Now we are returning to, let's say, our normal episodes, not commenting the Champions League final now. Maybe we'll do that in the future for the Euros, and
Yeah,
this time we will have a kind of different podcast since the season is, let's say, over at least for club competitions in almost every country. So instead of looking at something that is happening on the pitch and outside of the pitch, we have a different model this time. We will look at the top 11 leagues and who got relegated and promoted, and then we'll have a quiz and we'll have to guess from the Footy Report to two of the writers. They'll join us later and let's play a little game and see how it goes, and then you guys can tell us if you like it or not and give us some suggestions.
yeah, definitely. So now we'll start with obviously the 11 leagues as Manuel said. So we're gonna start with the Premier League. Obviously, most people know who got relegated, who got promoted, and who are the champions. But we'll still walk you through all of them. So obviously, champions Manchester City. Uh, they won it the most times in this decade. Last time they won it 2019, not too far away. Liverpool beat them to it last year, but now Manchester City had a rough start to the beginning of the season, but they ended the season really strong in the year 2021 once it started. Went on a huge winning streak. I think it was 22 games. I think that was a record for the Premier. I think that's just a record, but still, it was an incredible run by them. I think they had a really good season overall. What are your thoughts on that, Manuel?
Yeah, not surprised. Although there was like 1 month or 2 months that Manchester United looked a little bit better, but then they dropped a lot, and Manchester City grew again and start playing really well, and that's more or less at the time that we saw that this new approach that Guardiola implemented with Cancelo going a little bit to the middle and playing more like a midfield when they had the ball. And yeah, like not surprised they were superior in the Premier League. And yeah, in other competitions, this also like it was revealed, because they went to the Champions League semi-final, to the Champions League finals, and they also won the Carabao Cup. So not surprised at all. And yeah, congratulations to them a little bit late, but yeah.
Yeah, I think they had a great season overall. Yeah, I think you said it all. Yeah, for the relegation, obviously, West Brom and Fulham just got promoted this season, and they're going back down. They couldn't prove themselves in the Premier League. I don't think they had that great of a season overall. And I think the biggest disappointment is Sheffield United. Obviously, sitting in the bottom of the table, not being able to pass 20 points even. If from the beginning of the season it was looking like they were going to get relegated, everyone knew they were going to get relegated. Just a horrible season for them. And when you compare this season to the previous season, finishing in eighth place, nearly getting at least some type of European football, it's really disappointing the way you look at it when when comparing this season to last season. It's just a disappointing result from this season, losing so many games, winning only I think only 4 or 5. It's just really disappointing for them. Um, yeah, there's nothing much else to say for Sheffield United. They were the worst team in Premier League. That's it, really. Nothing else to say for them. Horrible season for them.
Yeah, totally agree with you. They were never in the competition, and the other two teams, Fulham and West Bromwich Albion, they although they had more points, they still struggled a lot to stay in the Premier League, and I'm not surprised. And like at least at least it's good for them because if they don't spend so much money like hiring players, they can just go to the Premier League, get some money, go back to the Championship, and then try again, but with more money. Like the last time that Fulham were in the Premier League, they spent a lot of money in new players. They had Schürrle, for example, and okay, they got promoted like 2 years after or something like that. And either way, like if this kind of clubs don't have like that much conditions to be in the Premier League, at least now it's better to go. Don't like invest a lot of money in players just to try to get good performances, and then if you don't get it, then you are like really badly in financial terms. So it's better to don't invest that much money, go there, receive some money, go back, and then try again, but with some more conditions. But yeah, not surprised at all. Like they like these two teams were never like, let's say, in the fight for something better than than the relegation, you know. So
Yeah, yeah, you can see from the beginning of the season. Obviously, Sheffield, everyone knew, but West Brom and Fulham, they were fighting until the end, until the very last day, and then it just wasn't enough for them, just like you said. So now we can talk about promotion in the championship. Um, Norwich winning the championship, uh, shooting right back up to the Premier League after getting relegated last season. Same for Watford. I think they grabbed second place. They were able to get promoted once again, just like Norwich. They were both in the Premier League last season. Now they're then they went to then they got relegated. Now back up to the Premier League. The most surprising thing is Brentford. What a journey they had this season. Playoffs, dramatic playoff final against Swansea. Uh, it was a brilliant game, and Brentford, I think, for almost 7 decades, something like that, 70 something years since they've been in the Premier League, and now they're finally back. What a journey they've had over these seven decades, and I mean, I'm just happy to see them back in the Premier League, playing in the top tier of English football. So, what are your thoughts on that, Brentford reaching back?
yeah, I think that the highlight of this promoted side is Brentford, as you mentioned. They are back to the like to the first division of England. Like the last time they were there, like you mentioned, it was a long time ago. I think it was around the 1930s or something like that. So it's good to let's. I never saw them playing, of course, in the first division and in the Premier League, and it's good to have them next season in the Premier League. And it's the result of uh, a business model that they have been implementing for the last couple of like years. They were responsible, for example, for the walking is going to the Premier League and other players like that, in which they didn't spend that much money, or they don't spend even any money at all on them, and then they sell them like for 15 millions or something like that, and they have been doing this for the last couple of seasons, and they have been getting good results in the championship. They were several times in the top half of the table, around like seventh place and all of that for the past seasons. So this is a result of hard work, not only on the pitch but also off the pitch. Obviously, also investing a lot in the Danish market too, bringing a lot of Danish players that have been also key to the success that they had now and in the past season. So congratulations to them. And yeah, now we have a lot of teams coming from London on the Premier League.
Yeah, very happy to see that. Obviously, football's all about that. It's been such a journey for them, and they're finally back at the best in the best league in the world. And I'm very happy to see them. Hopefully, they can have a good season in the Premier League and not just get relegated immediately. I think they're a strong team, strong in heart. So hopefully they can have a pretty good season. Hoping for that.
Yeah, let's hope so. At least they can like let's see if they play well and get some good results. And if they get relegated, at least they got 1 year in the Premier League, and then they can try again the next season. But let's see. Let's not speak ahead.
Yeah, definitely. So now we can move on to the UEFA rankings in number two, La Liga, Spanish league. Champions, obviously, Atletico Madrid. It's been 7 years since they've won the league. Um, you know, since Diego Simeone came in, I think they've been a really strong Spanish team. They haven't finished outside the top three, so that's great for them. They had a good season they had a good season this year. At times it was in doubt whether or not they were going to win it. Obviously, Barcelona and Real Madrid catching up at times. Near the end, it started to become a serious title race. Near the end, things started to get shaky for all three teams: Barcelona, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid. But in the end, Atletico Madrid This is the strongest Spanish team. Congratulations to them for winning since 7 years.
Yeah, totally agree with you. And they have been with Simeone for so many years now, and it's you can see that he has put his identity on the team. And yeah, this year they were the better side, of course. Like Barcelona and Real Madrid weren't the best in all of the season, but at some point, more to the end of the season, it looked like Athletic Madrid was not going to make it, but they obviously, in the end they won, and it was like a very suffered win, you know. But yeah, they are not the champions of Spain 7 years after, and curious to see that this last time this happened, David Villa had joined Athletic Madrid from Barcelona, and they were champions. And this season, Luis Suarez also joined from Barcelona, and they were champions. And he was one of the key players for this for Athletic Madrid to lift the trophy. So good for him because yeah, in Barcelona he probably didn't get the enough respect when he left the club. So yeah, it's good for Athletic, and 7 years after they are champions.
Yeah, obviously, biggest signing of the season in my opinion. Just wow, what an impact he had. Second top scorer in the league. Just what an impact. He saved Atletico Madrid near the end. Scoring some very crucial goals. As he said in an interview, Barcelona didn't value him. They kicked him out, and now he's won. He just won the league with one of their rivals. That's what you get for kicking out one of your best strikers in history. And just wow, what a performance from him! What a performance,
Yeah,
Suarez.
totally agree.
Yeah. So now we can talk about the relegations. It was a good season in relegations as well. Lots of fighting. Atletico Madrid played Valladolid, who got relegated this season. If they had won that game against Atletico, uh, they could have possibly avoided relegation. They were looking to by at least by the first 45 minutes. They were 1-0 up. Then Atletico Madrid had a great second half, and they got relegated. Other teams that got relegated, Huesca and Eibar. Not the best season for them either. Huesca just came up from the second division of Spain. They had a decent season actually. Just they had a decent start to the season. Just near the end, they kind of crashed, and that put them in I believe 20th place. So it's a bit disappointing. Yeah,
Yeah,
disappointing performance from them in my opinion.
yeah, obviously, but yeah, it looked like very difficult for them to stay in La Liga from the start of the season. Yeah, I mean, it's normal because some of these teams haven't been like Huesca haven't been in the La Liga for I want to say like a long time at least, and it's normal. Like they go up, then these are the kind of teams that go up, then go down, then they stay some years in the second division. So yeah, not surprised at all, but it was interesting to see because the battle for relegation, it was until the last game literally. So it is really good to see. Normally people look at least the fight for the title, but there is also like two other fights really important always in every league, and sometimes they are really interesting, and they only end in the last game. And this happened for the fight for the relegation too, and this can always also happen to with the fight for Europe, like we like watch in England, and fight for the relegation like we watch here in La Liga until the last game. So
Yeah,
yeah, it
yeah,
was
very strong
impressive.
fight near the end. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, very impressive actually. Yeah, in my opinion, yeah, I think it was a great fight. As you said, relegation is very important to follow relegation as well. So yeah, I think he said very impressive. But all three teams, they still fought to the end. They didn't know. No one knew who was gonna get relegated. Elche, the Spanish team. I think they just grabbed 17th place, just avoiding relegation. They were looking like they were gonna get relegated for most of the season, but they continued to fight. And yeah, they were able to avoid relegation. Congratulations to them. But yeah, as you said, it's very important to follow this kind of stuff, and I think yeah, very impressive from all sides that were trying to avoid relegation. A very strong fight.
Yeah, totally agree with you.
Yeah, now we can go on to promotion. So Espanyol, I think they got relegated 2 seasons ago. They just got back up. Uh, I think they did really good in the second division. Mallorca, I think they got relegated last season, I believe. Uh, Great job to them as well. The third promotion still going to be decided. There's the semifinals between Rayo Vallecano and Leganes, who I think got relegated last season, and whoever wins that match will go to the final to face Girona, and whoever wins that match will go to La Liga. So we're still gonna wait and have to see. You can check out our Instagram. We'll probably be posting there once someone wins. So yeah, we can't wait for those matches, and yeah, it should be very interesting and fun.
Yeah, I think like Espanyol was the one that was relegated last season, and probably Mallorca 2 seasons ago. But I'm not mistaken. It's too many teams and too many leagues
Yeah,
to pick up, you know. But yeah, they are now back, and I think they were pretty recently in La Liga.
yeah. I think all these teams are actually pretty recent. Within the last 3 or 4 seasons, they've been in La Liga. So yeah, and
Yeah,
now
yeah,
they're coming back up. So that's great for them. I'm very happy for them. So yeah, obviously La Liga is a strong league. They're gonna have to fight to stay in, and I can't wait for the next season to start.
yeah. And it's interesting to see because we haven't this year in other leagues we had some like in let's say interesting or surprising relegated teams, you know. But in La Liga, when you have been like having more or less like the same teams like getting promoted and get relegated for like at least the past 5 years, at least. So yeah, it's interesting to see like how this works here in La Liga.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I totally agree with you. Yeah, it's very interesting. Um, as obviously, as you said before, very impressive. So yeah, uh, I think it was a great fight from all teams. Whether you're getting relegated or promotion, they kept fighting till the end until they got what they wanted for the promotion. I mean, relegation just weren't able to reach the finish line. But yeah, congratulations to everyone, and I can't wait until next season starts, and I can't wait to see who gets that final promotion spot. That's going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now we
So
can move on to Syria. Uh, Great season, obviously. Inter Milan winning it, ending Juventus's dynasty 11 years after. They were such a strong team this season, the best Italian team, obviously. Obviously, such clinical strikers. Lukaku just putting on his A game throughout the whole season. Brilliant work from him. Inter to collectively just worked really hard, was able to cross the finish line in the end to end Juventus's dynasty. So yeah, I think great job to them. Uh, they're a really strong team throughout the season.
yeah, totally agree with you. And yeah, finally we have a different title winner in Italy. Uh, Obviously, Antonio Conte really important, like for in the last year and this year especially too, since obviously since he start managing Inter, and they now have good players comparing to the other seasons. And if we compare the last time they were like champions of Italy, it was 11 years ago, like you mentioned, and it was when they won the Champions League and they won the Italian Cup too, and they won the Serie A too. So they had a
Yeah,
pretty strong team at the time, and then things just got like really bad, let's say, and they haven't been in their best years. But yeah, they went to the Europa League final last year. They were in the Champions League too last year, this year too, and this year they were champions of Italy. And yeah, in these 2 years, like a lot has changed with Antonio Conte, and in the previous years we could see that the team was improving in at least in terms of players. They were getting better players, and yeah, let's see how it plays next season because obviously Juventus will not have any more Pirlo as a coach, and Inter will not have any more Antonio Conte as a coach. So let's see how it plays for Inzaghi that recently joined from Lazio, and yeah, let's see.
Yeah, obviously, different manager, different tactics. They're going to be playing differently. Though Lukaku said he will be singing Inter for at least another season, so that's great. That's great news for Inter. So yeah, we're going to have to see. Obviously, since Conte's leaving, we're going to have to see how Inzaghi is going to be playing with this Inter team. Yeah, I just can't wait to see how the new formations will come in and how obviously new tactics from this coach is going to come in. He's done a pretty good job with Lazio, so we're going to have to see how he's going to do with this incredible Inter team. So now we can move on to relegations. Um, yeah, so three teams got relegated. Obviously, Benevento, Crotone, and Parma. Crotone was the only team that just got promoted and is going to get relegated once again. So, what are your thoughts on that? Three strong teams, decent seasons.
Yeah, three strong teams, decent seasons. I think we cannot like Parma probably was. Yeah, it's a strike team in Italy, and but for the past years they have been struggling a lot, and yeah, it's bad to see them in the second division because they don't belong there. For the others, I'm not going to say that I'm not surprised. Like Benevento, obviously they last season they managed to escape relegation, and yeah, they have been like this since they joined like Serie A, like always escaping like for like a little points, and yeah, it's good in a way because it means that the fight for relegation is a little bit uh, interesting, but it would happen like anytime soon, because they still don't have like at least the conditions to stay in this area like really strongly and stay there. Like they need more time probably to to build and to continue to play in this area, more years. No, but yeah, not surprised, but interesting because they obviously did decent seasons, and yeah, probably the most surpri. No, I'm not going to say the most surprising, but the most like sad one, Parma.
Yeah, I totally agree with you in terms of relegation. Obviously, yeah. I think they had a good fight. They had a good run, decent seasons from all three. They kept fighting till the end. Just they were just worse. I don't want to say it, but they were just the worst teams in Italy this season. Weren't strong enough to stay in the top Italian league. So now they're gonna go back to second Serie B. So we're gonna have to see how they're gonna approach the Serie B this season, saying that they just got relegated. Obviously that hurts. So they're gonna have to see how they can come back. So
Yeah,
now we
and
can move on to the yeah. Go on.
sorry, I was just going to say, and obviously, like in the case, for example, like I was mentioning of Parma, they finish with only 20 points, which was like less 13 points than Benevento. That was like the team in 18th place, So it kind of shows. And Crotone had only like 3 more points than Parma, so it kind of shows and proves that they were the worst teams in Italy this season.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, yeah, they were definitely the worst. There's no other way to put it. They were just the worst. Uh, Obviously, it's hard to say it, but there's no other way to say it. And it's not the best seasons from them. So now we can move on to promoted teams that were in Serie B. So first off, you have Empoli. Last time they were in Serie A was 2 years ago. So it's not too bad being in Serie B for 2 seasons. Next up we have Salernitana. It's been 22 years since they last been in Serie A, so obviously it's been a great journey for them. Great season for them last season. Serie B coming up, finally being able to play in the top division in Italy, and now finally have Venezia. 19 years it's been, so obviously it's great for those last two teams to come in and just be in Syria. Try and put on a show for their fans. Hopefully they can have a good season, not just get relegated after their large journey.
Yeah, totally agree with you, and especially to the last two teams to be back to Serie A, and yeah, interesting to see if, Venezia because they got promoted to playoffs. They won the playoffs, and they are back to Serie A, and yeah, great city. I think it's very interesting to go to the stadium because you take the boat and to go to the stadium. So it's going to be good to see such a beautiful city back in Syria, and let's see how
Yeah,
it plays
sounds.
for their team.
Yeah, just traveling to the stadium sounds fun. Hopefully, their playing
Yeah,
style will be fun enough to stay in Syria.
yeah,
Yeah, so
let's hope so.
looking forward to their performances. Next up, we have Bundesliga. Everyone knows who the champions are. They've been champions for the last like 10 seasons. Just Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich, obviously
Yeah,
champions again. Great season from them. Lewandowski beating that insane record Jordan Miller set, I think 42 years ago. 41 goals in a single Bundesliga season. That's just mad. With 50 seconds left as well, he was able to beat the record. What a performance he put on for his side. As well as being injured, he missed a few matches. He was still able to pull off the impossible. Now he's just written his name in the history books. What are your thoughts on that? Incredible Lewandowski. Just incredible overall Bayern Munich team.
yeah, amazing. Like obviously amazing for Lewandowski. Not surprising the title, 9 times champions, and yes, for some time, uh, RB Leipzig they look like title contenders, but Bayern Munich managed to put them in the pocket like really easy, and they were the mature team throughout all the season, and obviously they won the title. Just what is impressing is like Lewandowski, like just breaking that record in the last seconds of the season, and yeah, amazing for him. He really deserves it, and he has been like incredible for the past since he obviously in Dortmund, and then since he joined Bayern Munich, and obviously last year like didn't have Ballon d'Or, but he deserved to win it last year, and this year, obviously Bayern in like collective terms they were not as good as they were last year. They didn't won as many trophies as they won last year, but obviously like being champions of Germany always very important for them. And yeah, Lewandowski breaking this record. What a player! What a player!
Incredible. He's just a legend. He's just written his name not only in German history, football history. Just it's what a player, yeah. Probably possibly the best striker, one of the best strikers in the history of football. What a man he is.
Yeah.
Now we can move on to relegated. The most surprising probably Werder Bremen. I think it's been this is the I think it's the first time they ever got relegated. I believe. Um, yeah, they won the title. I think last time they won the title, 2004. They're a legendary team. Just not the best season for them this season. Last season as well, it went to the last match day to so they can stay in the Bundesliga at least one more season. But now, uh, just it's just not the best performance from them. Horrible season for them, disappointing season for them. Saying that they have lots of young talents on their side. They just weren't able to provide for the team at the end, and that put them in Bundesliga too. Bit disappointing. We also have Schalke, um, possibly definitely the worst team in Germany. Obviously, horrible start to the season. They won a few, I think 3 or 4 games overall. It just wasn't the best season for them. Uh, just like kind of like the Premier League, kind of like Sheffield United. Both teams are so alike. Having horrible seasons, winning only a few matches. I think they both got less than 20 points at the end of the season. You just horrible performance from both sides. Schalke, when you compare them to at least 2 seasons ago, in 2019, they were playing in the Champions League round of 16, and now when you look at them here, getting relegated to Bundesliga 2, it's just a really disappointing journey from then to now.
Yeah, totally agree with you. And yeah, it's sad to see those two teams go to the second division. But yeah, it's football, and especially for Schalke, it's been like a very disappointing season, and more than season, like they have been so bad like for the past year. So yeah, this season, like you mentioned, they only won like 3 games, and they had 5 different coaches. They fielded like 41 players, and yet it was like the entire like leadership of the club was gone, and of course the fans were unhappy. They 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 chased, they attacked the squad after the relegation. So yeah, it shows how the club is. And just to mention that, like like 2 seasons ago, they were like in the Champions League round of 16. So
Yeah, there's disappointing for them, honestly. Horrible season. Bad performances time and time again. They're consistent in bad performances. Definitely not in, just playing good football. And, their football just wasn't good enough to stay in the best German league. That put them down to the second. So hopefully they can pick up their form, try and get back on their feet. Obviously, Weston McKennie is going to stay at Juventus now. They finalized the deal a few months ago. So, their best midfielder is going to be, he's staying in Italy. So Schalke have a lot of work to do to get back in, as well as Werder Bremen.
yeah,
For the promotions in Bundesliga 2, we have VfL Bochum and Fürth. Two teams only coming in because two teams got relegated. I think I think they're quite strong teams. Uh, just doing well in the league, and hopefully they can prove themselves this season in Bundesliga.
yeah. Let's see how it goes. Obviously, Cologne was also in the fight for relegation to the playoffs.
Yeah,
And but they managed to win like easily against Kyle. They lost away. They lost at home 1-0, but then away they smashed them. They won 5-1. So yeah, they will stay in the Bundesliga, and two new teams getting to the Bundesliga one. So let's see.
yeah. I think both teams did really well. Obviously, um, to fight and get back up to the top division. So, congratulations to them. Hopefully, they can put on a good performance, and hopefully, Cologne can pick up their performances to stay in the Bundesliga at least a few more seasons. Hopefully.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Now we have Ligue 1, obviously, champions Lille went to the very last match day. They had to win that match. They were able to do so. Last time they won was 2011. Uh, and just obviously, what a performance from them. Great team. Burak Yilmaz, just what a striker he is. What a player. He's obviously aging, but wow, what a striker he's been this season. Scoring goals time and time again, consistent performances from the whole Lille side. And that was able to get them the Ligue 1 trophy for the first time since 2011. So, what are your thoughts on that after a great season? And PSG were so close to lifting that trophy. It just went to the last match day.
Yeah, incredible to see. And again, like we saw with Brentford, that has been applying a certain business model, and that result in the promotion. For it has been the same since they had a new ownership probably 4 or 5 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. Businessman, we already talk about it in a podcast here, but like they were bought by a businessman called Gerard Lopez, which is not anymore the owner, because yeah, he had a lot of debts, and he had to basically sell the club, and also due to COVID and all of that. But it's the result of the work of one, I can say obviously the coach, but also one man, the sporting director Luis Campos, which is the one that also worked in Monaco when they had, for example, Mbappe, Bernard Silva, and all of that younger players. And he was like the key player for the key person in the club for the last seasons, because he brought a lot of young players, and that were very important for Lille. And this season we had the same, like we had Jonathan David, for example, very important
Yeah,
too, but also very experienced players like Jeffont or Burak Yilmaz, like you mentioned, really key players. And with like Jeffont with 37 years old, and Burak Yilmaz with like 35, so obviously very experienced players, and also older than the other, but it kind of gives the team a balance, more younger players, and then also older players that have experience other things in their careers, and also fight in different like levels, and fight for titles too. So yeah, incredible to see. And it's the result of like the past like 4 or 5 years of work, and the strategy that they built.
yeah. Obviously, I think you said it all. Wow. Yeah, what a performance from them. Obviously, yeah, it also includes the business model, as you said. New owners, things like that. Yeah, that obviously changed changed the game for them. Honestly, I know they were able to become the best team in Lyon, and congratulations for them. I think they're a really strong team. I think they strongly deserved it this year.
Yeah, and very interesting because like it was a fight until the end, and with one game to go, PSG could be champions, and even Monaco could be champions. Of course, really difficult for them because they were dependent in other results. But yeah, very interesting to see. Like this season in Ligue 1, we had three teams until the last game fighting for the title.
Yeah, that's what we love to see from football. Great season, great league. What else do you want? Great season from them, honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
So now we can move on to the relegation. Nimes and Dion getting relegated. Obviously not the best season. Brest was nearly going to get relegated, but because I think it was Dion, they lost. They got relegated. Not the best season for them. So yeah, that's just kind of pretty disappointing for them. And yeah, just not the best team, not the best performances time and time again. Pretty disappointing.
Yeah, and obviously Dijon, they were never like they were never enough, throughout the whole season. And the
Yeah.
difference in points really shows that, they finished with 21 points, and Nimes, the team that finished after them, they finished with 35 points. So yeah. And then we had also Nantes that had to go to playoff, but they won against Toulouse that were relegated last season, and they finished with 5 points, with more 5 points than Nimes. So yeah, not like probably not the best relegation like fight, but yeah, for the playoff place, it was a good one. Like you mentioned, Brest almost got relegated.
Yeah, obviously fighting to the end, but as you said, Dijon just weren't able to do it. Just they're inconsistent pretty much throughout the season, and that got them relegated really.
Yeah,
So obviously promotions, only two teams coming up because two teams got relegated. First we have Troyes. The last time they were in Ligue 1 been 3 years, so obviously I think they're a pretty good team. I think they're the one that won the second division in France. So I think congratulations to them. They look like a pretty strong team. And the next one is actually pretty interesting. It's Clermont. It's the first time ever in Ligue 1. So that's pretty interesting for them. And what are your thoughts on them being the first time in Ligue 1? Wow, what can we expect from them possibly?
yeah, incredible for them, and yeah, like let's see how it goes because obviously first time in Liga, they are probably not they will want to stay there, but if they got relegated, it's not going to be surprising. But yeah, it's the first season, and let's see how it goes. And it will also depend on who they sign, and if they can sign good players, or at least build like a good team to fight for to stay in Liga. And it's going to be exciting to see a new team in Liga. And yeah, let's see, bringing some like fresh air to the league.
Yeah, finally, new teams, the newest team probably. So yeah, they worked hard to reach here, and hopefully, as you said, hopefully we can see some exciting football from them, and hopefully they won't get relegated immediately. Hopefully they can, be strong enough to stay in the league, and, kind of fight, fight to find their place in Ligue 1. You never know; they can be surprising, kind of like Sheffield United coming in last season, grabbing eighth place in their first season Premier League for a while. Maybe they can be like that. Hopefully we can see something like that, some nice fancy football.
Yeah, let's see.
Next up, we have Liga Nos. Obviously, I think you can take over most of this one, Manuel. You probably know most of it. Liga Nos champions been Sporting Lipson, 19 years since they've won. What are your thoughts on that? You can obviously go through the history if you want. You know most of it.
Yeah, like Sporting Lisbon finally uh, champions 19 years after, and yeah, it's been amazing for them. And this season, the key factor was probably the coach, which they brought last season, like in the middle of last season from Braga, and he used to be actually ex-player, and he finished. his career pretty recently. He's only 36 years old, and in Braga he won the Portuguese League Cup. Then he joined Sporting afterwards, and at the time the team was at fourth last season. So he basically used the rest of the season to understand, to implement his tactics, and obviously to understand what players he needed to sign in the summer transfer window, and also the ones that he could keep. And he managed to build also a different like kind of mentality that Sporting has been missing for the couple for the last 19 years, because they have been like attacked, let's say like that, with a lot of like inner fights at the top level of the club. And this season we could see that the whole club was finally like all together. And yeah, the one of the key factors for that was the manager. Like Ruben Amorim, he was just really good throughout all the season, and he always said that he only said that they were title contenders with one game to go to win. You know, there were 3 games left, and they just needed a win to conquer the title. And he only in the press conference before that game, it was only when he said that they were actually contenders, and they he always mentioned that it was game per game, game per game. And yeah, obviously they also like they took advantage of the fact that they missed the access to Europa League group stage. But yeah, they were like the better team throughout the whole season. Then in terms of relegation, you had Nacional, which were basically promoted last season, which were basically relegated like 2 seasons ago. They spent one season in the second division, and they were relegated again. And they have been like this for some like at least for the past like 3 4 years, like trying to always stay in the first division. Although we have seen them like going to some qualifying rounds of the Europa League, for example. Then Ferenc was also relegated. They won promotion last year. They spent 1 year in the first division, and they got relegated again. They were they were like in the first division. The last time they were in the first division was a long time ago. So they only managed to spend 1 year, and they went back to the second division. And then probably the most surprising one is Rio, which was a team that spent 13 seasons in the first division, and they were relegated this season. At the start of the season, nobody like would say that they would be relegated, because they were the team that normally fight for the spots to the Europa League. They were in the playoffs at the start of the season against Milan, and yeah, they draw 2-2 the game, and they had to go to penalties and a long penalty shootout. And Milan had a rough fight against them, and in the end of the season, they were relegated through the playoff. The team that placed third in the second division had to go to a two-leg playoff, and in the first leg they lost away 3-0, and in the second leg at home they lost 2-0, and it was not their season at all. And it's sad to see like a good team like that, and that had a good project to go to the second division. Yeah, and what is like probably important to point out is that this season they change the sporting director, and you could see straight away the impact of that. Then in terms of promotion, we had Estoril Praia winning the second division and going back to the first division. I think they were like 4 years ago, or yeah, probably 4 years ago in the first division. They at the time they were like promoted. The last time they were promoted, they managed to in the season like after they got promoted to go to the Europa League group stage, and in the following season they did the same. Then they got to the second division, and they now are back. And probably the two most interesting ones are Vizela, who were promoted to the first division, 36 years after, and they basically won back-to-back promotions. 2 years ago, they were in the third division. The third division. The same happened with Aroka, although they were like pretty recently in the first division, probably 5 years ago or something like that. But they were promoted by winning the relegation playoff against Rio Ave, and they also won back-to-back promotions. They were also 2 years ago in the third division. So yeah, very interesting, and obviously, like we mentioned in other leagues in Portugal, it was until the last game the the relegation fight. So the two last like relegation places were only decided in the last game too. So interesting to see and have these two back-to-back promotions too. Very interesting.
Yeah, it's always interesting to see things like that. Obviously, you know so much, so you just explained the whole thing. So thank you so much for that, Manuel. So yeah,
Yeah,
well, Liga sounds very interesting. Yeah, obviously, I'm gonna definitely start following it now. Learning more about it, obviously, as much as I can. So yeah, can't wait for next season to see what these new teams can bring and if the relegated teams can come back. So now we're gonna move on to the Netherlands League, Eredivisie, Eredivisie. So obviously the champions, Ajax. They just continue winning it all. They're just the best teams in the Netherlands. Obviously they're a strong team fighting. Beginning of last season, fighting for Champions League, knockout stages. They lost to Atlanta. So Atlanta were able to go through face Real Madrid. So still, Ajax is such a strong team. So yeah, congratulations to them for winning it again. Um, hopefully they can come back in the Champions League. Obviously they have to play some qualification matches for the Champions League, so hopefully they'll be strong enough to enter the Champions League, and hopefully they can show what they're made of in the Champions League.
yeah. Let's see how it goes. But yeah, again, champions, and they were far the greater team here in Netherlands. So yeah,
Yeah,
congratulations to them to be champions again. And I think 34 times champions of Netherlands. Yeah, it's a lot. It's one of the teams that has the most national titles. Yeah. So
of course.
congratulations for them. Let's see if they can pull a good international performance next season.
Hopefully. So relegation, FC Emmen, ADO, Den Haag, and VVV Venlo. Disappointing seasons from all three. Obviously, you know, one of them had to go play some relegation playoffs. They in the end they got relegated, and difficult for them. Difficult side to stick with kind of. And yeah, it was just disappointing seasons from all three sides. They could have played stronger. They just weren't able to. So, what are your thoughts on that? Three strong teams in past seasons, but now this not being able to cross the finish line.
Yeah, totally agree with you. And yeah, it's like sad to see like Ado de Hagen, they have been in the first division for like some years, and the same I think for Venlo too. So yeah, it's yeah, it's like it happened with other teams in other countries, like we already mentioned in the podcast now in this episode, and yeah, it happens. Let's see if they can get back to the first division next season, and yeah, let's fingers crossed because we obviously it's normal we want to see new teams in the first division too, but then if these like teams just disappear completely, we don't want that. We don't want them to go like to like get relegated back to back, and yeah. But it's football, and we never know what is going to happen. What is interesting is also that the top scorer in the Eredivisie, it was one a player from Venlo with 26 goals. So yeah, and they got relegated. So apparently it was not enough.
Yeah, that's obviously really tough when that happens. When your players work just so hard, and in the end it just doesn't pay off. It's not enough. So that's obviously hurts the player the most. Definitely, being
Yeah,
working hard to be top scorer, and then this happens. Obviously, hopefully we can see them in next season. Hopefully, and back in the first division. Sounds like a strong team. Definitely has a strong player. Obviously, if you can become top scorer in the league. So yeah, hopefully we can see more from him. and from the team as well. So in terms of promotions, you have FC Camber, Go Ahead Eagles, NEC Nijmegen. So obviously getting promoted, that obviously just makes you automatically strong team in your in the second division. Hopefully they can use their strength kind of to come to get back into to show their worth in the first division. So hopefully we can see some fancy football from those three teams.
Yeah, let's see. But yeah, they are the teams that normally are like getting relegated and promoted, relegated and promoted. So yeah, let's see
Yeah.
what they if next season is the time for them to break through this kind of behavior. And yeah, I don't, and with a different business model, I don't know. But yeah, with like Corona and all of that, like the impact that this virus had in clubs, I don't think it's the probably the best time to change.
Yeah, definitely, especially not during a deadly pandemic, obviously. So
Yeah,
now we can move on to the Russian Premier League. Champions are going to be Zenit. They're usually champions of this league. They're obviously going to be favorites every single year. Some used to be big name players there. Dejan Lovren from Liverpool. He won the title in his first season with Zenit. Malcolm, former Barcelona player, he's still there. Yeah, they have some strong players, and they're obviously favorites every season to win it. So, what are your thoughts on that? Zenit winning it once again?
yeah. Like not surprised they are always the title contenders, and they are the team. I think they are the team with most titles in Russia, if I'm not mistaken. Either them or probably Spartak. But yeah, they were like far the better team. And yeah, with key players like they used to have like big names, and they still have like Lovren and all of that. But they probably one of the most important players. Like we can say that it was Zuba, the Russian international, the striker, the 32 years old striker. He has been really important. But also, for example, Barrios, the Colombian midfield, also very important and a very good player actually for them.
Yeah,
And also, for example, the other strikers we can also mention Asmun, also very important too for them. And yeah, not su- probably not surprising to that Zenit won the Russian Premier League. And yeah, three times champions, 3 times back-to-back champions. So
yeah, congratulations to them. Such a strong team, and that's what you love to see. So, yeah, congratulations to them. Great performances. So, in terms of relegation, we have uh, teams you might not have heard of: Tambov, Rotor, Rotor, Volgograd. There's going to be a relegation playoff. uh, you have UFA and Arsenal Tula. Some other teams I can't pronounce them. That will be playing off to see who's gonna get relegated. So obviously we're gonna wait for that. See who's gonna get relegated. Disappointing performances time and time again from the teams that are already relegated and are fighting to stay
yeah,
in the league. So yeah, disappointing overall. I know, not the best seasons obviously for them.
yeah, they was supposed to be like a relegation playoff in which like we have like normally the two last teams go like to the second division, and then the two teams above they play like a playoff with the like I think it's with the teams that finish in third and in fourth in the second division. But since some of these teams in the second division they didn't have like the conditions in terms of like stadium wise and like other like criteria that you have to like respect to go to like to play in the first division, what ended up happening is that like I think it was this yeah the team that finished second in the second division couldn't participate in the first division of related to this like licensing problems because they didn't respect certain criteria, and the team that finished in fourth, so they would be playing in the playoffs. They didn't had also the conditions like in terms of the stadium, so they couldn't go to the first division. So actually, like Ufa and Arsenal Tula, which are teams from the first division, and they would play the relegation playoff. They stayed there. and the two teams that got relegated are going to be like substitute next season by the team that finished first and by the team that finished in third in the second division. So yeah, obviously this kind of criteria in and like ended up kind of be like important at least for the development of the leagues, and in Bundesliga there's like the same thing. I don't know like exactly the criteria, but they I know that they have like this kind of criteria. So yeah.
Yeah, it's very interesting what you've just said. Yeah, from what before you said, I agree with you, and yeah, it's very interesting. Obviously, like you said, breaking rules and things like that. So yeah, hopefully the teams that did get relegated, fair play. Um, hopefully they can get back into the first division. Hopefully we can see more from them. In terms of promotion, we have Kralia Sovetov, Nizhny, and Novgorod. Sorry, I really don't know how to pronounce them. But yeah, promotion obviously that means they're strong in their league. Good performances from them. I'm guessing time and time again. Yeah, so they fought to the finish line. Now they're in the first league. Hopefully, we can see some nice performances from them.
Yeah.
In terms
So
of
let's move on.
yeah, to the next one, Belgian First Division A champions Club Bruges. Time and time again, obviously, they're a very strong team in Belgium. So yeah, good performances from them. Uh, hopefully they can grab Champions League qualification. They've been in the Champions League. I think that they were in Europa League last season. Uh, 2019 to 20 season, they were in the Champions League group stage. They actually nearly got to the knockout round, but they weren't able to cross the finish line and reach there. But in the end, they just won. They won the league, and they've won it again here. So obviously great performances from them.
Yeah, great performance from them, and in the past years they have been like really good. And also like for a team like this, that when they go to the Champions League, you probably expect them to fight like for obviously Europa League, but at least you expect them to finish like in last place, But this year they managed to like mess everything up in their group, and they almost got through it, and in the end they couldn't go. They in the end it wasn't enough, but yeah, they put some good performance in their group too. So it was interesting to see them at the international level, and at the national level they were far like the better side. Obviously, normally in Belgium, the team that wins is underlagged because it's a team with like at least with the most titles. They have 34 national titles, but in the end, Club Brugge was the better team in the season, and they won. And they have been more like, at least for the past 2 or 3 years, fighting with Genk than with Anderlecht. So yeah,
Yeah,
good for them.
uh, yeah, good for them. Congratulations, strong team. So in terms of relegation, we have Royal Excel Mouscron and Waslan Beveren. Obviously, disappointing seasons from both of them. Inconsistency throughout the season is going to put them into the second division, obviously. So not the best performances from them.
Yeah, yeah. If probably like Royal Moscow, probably the most disappointing one, and yeah, it took. What is interesting in the end is that like they have a Portuguese coach which now is going to coach a team in Portugal that just finished in fifth place. So he used to be their coach like probably 2 or 3 years like 3 years ago or something like that. And with him they finished like in seventh place, which was like a pretty good finishing for this team. But they are now like they finish in fifth, so they are going to like qualification round of the Conference League. So let's see how this play out. But let's hope that it plays better than it played for Moscow.
Yeah, hopefully. Obviously, disappointing season, so hopefully he can change that in Portugal. Next up
Yeah.
in promotion, we have Serang and RFC Serang 1904. Two teams from the same city, both going to the first division. Obviously, strong teams. One had to go take a playoff match, but still strong performances from both sides. Obviously being able to get to the first division that takes a lot of work, and they were able to take a lot of work, put it to use. It worked out in the end. Really helped them.
Yeah.
Very good
Like
performances.
yeah, and good to see like two teams from the same city is going to be interesting to have like a derby in the first division. You know.
Yeah, it's good to see that kind of stuff. Next up, we have the Austrian Football Bundesliga. So champions RB Salzburg, obviously Holland's old team. Takumi Minamino old team. Obviously great performances from both from him. Sorry, from the team. So yeah, great performance overall, and they were able to win it in the end.
Yeah, not surprised at all. Like they have been champions like since 2014, so not surprising, obviously. And yeah, the other teams that not would normally fight for the title, like Rapid Vienna or Rasfield Vienna, which I think is the team with most titles in Austria, they haven't been really good for the past year, for like the past 10 years, and they have been struggling. And Salzburg, they have been like being just the best team in Austria for the past years, and yeah, they deserve it. And now, like the idea is more to see how what they can do at the international level, because obviously when Alan was there and they did an amazing group stage and they finished in third in a group that was pretty difficult for them. So and they played really well, a really good attacking football. So yeah, let's see if they can like make it to international competitions and if they can go far each year and be better each year in international competitions. And yeah, let's hope that the other teams that used to be really good in this country they can return and obviously fight for the title again. We already mentioned like 2 podcasts ago that Austria Vienna they had an investment fund from a former player from academy player which is David Alaba. He bought like a small share
Yeah,
in the club, and yeah, probably in the future when he finishes his career he will be even more investing in his boyhood club. So you can have again competition in this country.
yeah, yeah. Everything you said, yeah, completely agree. Yeah, in terms of Austrian League, yeah, great teams overall. So yeah, I think great performance from RB Salzburg, as we said. So for the relegation, we have St. Polten. Obviously, if you're gonna get relegated, that means you didn't put on a good performance overall season. You didn't work hard enough. Uh, bad performances of time and time again from St. Polten. So yeah, that's gonna put them in the second division. So yeah, sorry for them. And in terms of promotion to the Austrian Football Bundesliga, we have WSG Tirol. Obviously, getting promotion takes a lot of work, which they worked so hard to this season. So yeah, they worked hard enough to get into the first division. Hopefully, we can see some interesting stuff from them, some nice football. Hopefully,
Yeah,
and then our last league, we'll be talking about the Scottish Premiership. Um, Obviously, champions Rangers. Steven Gerrard helped them since last time 11 years. I think only a few years ago, I think 6 or 7 years ago, they actually got promoted to the Scottish Premiership, and now, Steven Gerrard came in and just helped them win the league. They dominated the league, honestly. They went unbeaten throughout the league. So great performance from them. Um, Great manager Steven Gerrard. Rumors are from going to Everton. It could be likely. Because of his, obviously performances with Rangers. So great job to them.
yeah, good for them breaking the Celtic dynasty, and after all the trouble that they had in the past 10 years with like all the financial problems and the club going bankrupt and all of that, and now winning. Congratulations to them.
Yeah. Um, So obviously we have the relegations. Hamilton, um, Kilmarnock. Obviously, only I think it's only 12 teams in the league, so it's obviously going to be tough going against the same teams. I think at least 3 times. So obviously, but once you play them once or twice, you should at least start to know the tactics. You can kind of counter against them. Hamilton and Kilmarnock just weren't able to do that this season. Disappointing seasons from both sides. So obviously, hopefully we can see more from them, and hopefully we can see them back in the Premiership in a few years.
Yeah,
And in terms of promotion, We have Hearts and Dundee FC, because they won the playoff against Kilmarnock, who because of them got relegated. So now Dundee FC and Hearts are going back up to the Scottish Premiership. Happy to see them back, and hopefully we can see some nice stuff from them. Rangers obviously going to be a tough opponent. Hopefully we can see some nice football from them. Try and counter against Rangers. Hopefully,
Yeah, let's hope so. So
hopefully.
now let's move on to the second part of our podcast. Actually, this part took a little bit long, but yeah, let's see how it
Yeah,
goes the
obviously.
second part.
Yeah, obviously it's the first time we're gonna have some guys, nice guests. So I'm gonna invite them now. So they should be joining very soon. And then so we can explain the rules when they get here. But basically it's just gonna be kind of a Euro trivia on the history of Euros. Obviously Euro history, kind of just statistics and things like that. So obviously it's gonna be really fun. Hopefully, and if you guys like it, obviously we'll do it again. You guys are the boss of us.
Yeah, and we'll try to incorporate more like out of the field stuff in the next editions if we can. But
Definitely.
obviously now, like with the Euro, like pretty soon, we kind of had to do something just about it.
Yeah. So uh, we have our first participant, first guest. Here's Vadeep. How are you doing, Vadeep?
Hey guys, how are you doing? I'm doing well.
That's good. That's
We are
good. I
good.
like to hear that. Yeah, so
Do
we'll
you
just be
want
waiting on
to?
one
Waiting
more
for one
guest.
more person.
Yeah, waiting for one more person. So if you can introduce yourself, that would be great.
Well, I'm Videep and I'm from India. I have been on one of Footy's Report's podcast, the PL Report, already. But this is my first time here on the Touchline Report, and I've just graduated high school. I've played football for my school, my state. So that's basically my background.
That's good. We love to hear that. Football obviously should be everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. While we wait, we can show like some comments. We looks like Gini Wijnaldum just switched PSG for Barcelona for PSG, and yeah,
Just wanted some money. So yeah, obviously
yeah,
that's big news. Everyone was looking for him to go to Barca. Now it's PSG. Obviously Barca's bankrupt, so PSG gonna offer more money. Nice to see that.
Is it
So
just about money though? PSG have performed better than Barca.
also, I mean,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, he kind of said it there. So we also have finally we have Shalv here. How are you doing, Shalv?
That would be the part when you can contact the other person and you put like some kind of like commercial break or something like that.
2 minutes live stream. Shalv, how you doing? You there?
Hi
Hey man,
Abdur, I'm doing good. I'm doing
that's
well.
good. That's good.
For the
Love
time
to
being
hear
at
that.
least. Yeah,
That's great. That's great. Love the Juve jersey.
thanks.
So we can just explain the rules now. Obviously, this is Euro trivia. We're gonna ask 30 quick questions. Some are gonna have some are gonna have choices. Some are just gonna be free answer. Um, whoever answers first, whoever answers first gets the point. If you answer correctly, so yeah, whoever says the answer, the quickest, will be able to get it. You have to say I have the answer in order for your answer to be valid. You're gonna get 20 seconds for each question, and you're gonna have two options. So you can either phone a friend, or you can eliminate two of the answer choices, and you can only use that once throughout the game. You guys ready?
Definitely.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, just to say that like not every question will be like with at least four choices. Some are just they have just one option, but yeah, like we have actually a lot with like four options. So just like probably save that to the end, when you can use
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. So you guys ready?
Yeah.
Nice. Here we go. First question. Who was the top scorer in Euro 2016?
Antoine Griezmann.
Correct.
Correct.
Shav, nicely done.
He's come prepared.
Next question. Next question. Ready?
Oh, but
Who has the most goals in Euro history?
Uh,
is that including qualifiers or not?
No, just like the final competition from like
pretty
group
sure it's going to be
stage. And,
someone from Germany.
Ronaldo and Platini, I guess.
I
no,
need one answer. Okay. So you were so close. It was just Platini.
Both
Ronaldo
of them
doesn't
have
have as
9.
many
So.
goals as Platini. They both have 9?
Yeah, but both of them have 9 goals. It's just that Platini has
Yeah.
played less games. He did it in one tournament, and Ronaldo has done it in 4. So
We'll give you a point for that. Nicely done. Nicely done.
thanks, man.
Okay, ready, Videep?
I'm
Ready,
gonna
Videep?
front so
You're gonna
bad.
get this one, Videep. I got you. The Euro 2000 final between France and Italy was decided by golden goal. Which player scored the goal? Shav?
David Trezeguet.
Oh, you know the Euros. You know the Euros. Videep, it's fine. Oh, that's only 3 questions in. We got a few more.
I just did some research and I looked for some very basic facts.
Oh, you have the basic facts then. Don't worry. We're
Pretty
gonna
sure
start
he's
getting harder
googling
soon.
them.
Okay.
he's studying his opponent. He's giving some points to see how he plays.
That's okay, guys. We're getting there. Only 3 questions so far. Nicely done, Shav. Okay, number 4. Who was the first English player to win league titles in 4 different countries? He has a Euro history. 5 seconds.
League titles in 4 different countries. Okay. I have absolutely no idea. I'll have to think.
Okay, answer is David Beckham. He won in England,
Ah,
La Liga,
yeah.
Liga
France
1.
and US. Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Sorry.
Yeah. So no one gets that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so Videep, you're getting some chances now. Okay, next question. Which nation has won the Euro competition the most times?
West Germany. No, Germany and Spain.
Yeah, Videep
Yeah.
is back in it. That's correct. Each winning it 3 times. Nicely done, nicely done. Okay, next one. Who were the last country? Well, what was the last country to win the tournament as hosts?
Italy.
Incorrect.
Let's give a
Shav, you can.
chance.
It's 5 seconds remaining.
No.
Answer: France. They were the last team to win it as hosts. Good attempt,
What
Shaw. That
was
was
the
a good
year?
attempt, Videep. What?
What was the year? Can't.
Here, let me check.
I'm pretty
Actually,
sure Italy have done it too, but
Here, I'm just searching it up.
it was in 1984, right?
Oh yeah, it was 1984.
Yeah, the first time they were European champions.
Yeah. So yeah, so no one gets that one as well. Now the game's starting to heat up. Shav has 3 points. Videep has 1. To Videep, you can easily come back. We're seeing some tough stuff now from both sides. Okay, this
It's
is the
always on the
first choice
cards.
one. Okay. What?
It's always
Okay,
on the
ready
cards to
this?
come back.
Definitely. Okay, number 7. This one has a choice one. Okay. So, which clubs are the most represented in Euro 2016 squads with 12 players each? Barcelona and Real Madrid, Liverpool and Juventus, Manchester United and Spurs, Sevilla and Inter. Which clubs
Barcelona and
are
Real
the
Madrid.
most? Barcelona and Real Madrid?
Yeah.
Incorrect.
Hey, Abdur,
Shav?
Abdur, I'm so sorry. I couldn't hear the question. Actually, you guys were breaking. That is why. Could you just repeat it for me? I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Well, which clubs are the most represented in the Euro 2016 squads with 12 players each? Real Barcelona and Real Madrid, Liverpool and Juventus, Manchester United and Spurs, Sevilla and Inter.
I think it's option B, the one with Juventus in it.
Correct. You're correct.
It's correct. Yeah.
Nicely done, Shav. Nicely done. Yeah, Liverpool players represented Belgium, England, and Germany. Nicely done. Nicely done. Okay, number 8. England played 6 matches in total at Euro 1988 and Euro 1992. How many of them did they win? None, 1, 2, or 3?
It's a difficult one, this one.
I'll go for 2.
5
I'm
seconds.
not too sure about it.
2?
Yeah.
Vidif, you have an answer? That's incorrect.
None.
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 That's correct answer. It was none. In 2 Euros, they won no matches. Good attempt, Shav. Good attempt. Now
Is that
Vidif
true?
is really back in this. It is
Yeah,
true.
it's true.
That's bad.
Within the two Euros in the it's horrible. 2 years in a row. Horrible performances from them. Especially they had a pretty good team as well. That's really disappointing.
Yeah.
And they like to
Okay.
joke with other teams, so.
Next question. Who played in a European Championship final when he was only 19 years old and 150 days?
Kylian Mbappe.
Incorrect. Shav, you have an answer?
No.
10 seconds remaining. Answer? Cristiano Ronaldo.
Okay, our other Cristiano. Oh man, I knew.
Oh, bro, so close.
Oh.
That was it was Cristiano Ronaldo, 2004.
Yeah, he lost in
Yeah.
the
That was
finals.
close.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, in
close.
Portugal.
That was close.
Against
Yeah.
Greece.
you gotta give me that, man.
They lost to Greece,
bro,
right?
that was-
Yeah.
Yeah, lost to Greece. Yeah, good performance from Greece. That's when they were insane. Good performance. Good try though. Good try though. Vidip
Yeah.
almost had that. Okay, here we go. Which of these Marios did not
Just a
score
generation
3
late.
goals at Euro? Sorry.
Just a
You
generation
ready?
late.
Okay. Just a generation late. Yeah. Okay. Which of these Marios did not score 3 goals at Euro 2012? Mario Gomez, Mario Mandzukic, Mario Balotelli, or Mario Götze? Which of these Marios did not score 3 goals at Euro 2012?
It doesn't count the
Fourth
Mario
option.
from.
Fourth option.
Which one?
Götze.
For,
I think it's
Which one?
Mario.
Götze?
Yeah.
Mario
Yeah, Vidip,
Götze.
you're
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah.
You're correct. He didn't
We
have a
should
good
have-
performance in Euro 2012. Yeah. That was a good performance. Yeah, nicely done. Yeah, it was Mario Götze.
We should have
He
put
didn't have a good performance.
the Mario, the character from the games,
Mario Kart.
Mario. Yeah, we should have. That should have been a choice. Okay. Next question, another choice question. Which country had the youngest squad in Euro 2016? England, Wales, France, or Northern Ireland? Which had the youngest?
England.
Correct,
I'll go for
Vidhi.
D.
Nicely done.
Uh,
It was England.
he's on course for a
Northern
comeback.
Ireland. Yeah, Vidip's is looking nicely for a comeback now. It's 4-3 now. Shaw's still winning. Vidip's only down by 1. Okay, here we go. Next one. Which country had the oldest squad in Euro 2016? Republic of Ireland, Portugal, Germany, or Iceland?
Iceland.
Incorrect. Shav, you have an answer?
What was option B? What was option B?
B?
Portugal.
Yeah.
No.
D. Iceland.
Northern Ireland, Iceland, Portugal, and what was the fourth option then?
No,
What
it
am I
was
missing?
Republic of Ireland, Portugal, Germany, Iceland. 5 seconds.
Northern Ireland.
Oh, that wasn't a choice. that was for the question before.
Oh, I messed up big
Yes.
time.
It was Republic of Ireland. You were close there, though. The answer was Republic
bad.
of Ireland. Close there, though. It was close. I think you had it. You did have it in your mind.
Yeah, I just
Okay.
messed up big time.
Nearly.
What is funny is that I saw the questions and he had like only 3 options, and I added Iceland because I knew that one of them was going to choose Iceland. Because like oldest, they're going to choose like a strange nation that normally doesn't go to the Euro.
And it was Iceland. Vidi picked Iceland. Okay. Next one. How many countries have won back-to-back Euro titles?
2.
2?
I think it's
No.
just Spain
Incorrect.
which has done it. 2 is correct?
Correct,
Okay.
Shav. Yeah. Shaw was correct. It was only one. Spain, 2008 and 2012. So Shaw, another point. That's 5-3. Next one, this is another choice question. England have faced 4 teams in penalty shootouts at European Championships. Against which side have they won? Italy, Spain, Portugal, or Germany?
It was definitely not Portugal. They lost to them in the 2004 quarters. And
Italy?
Italy? Incorrect.
Yeah.
Shaw, you have 3 seconds.
option D, whatever it was.
It was Germany, and no, it's
Germany.
incorrect.
Don't do that.
The answer was Spain.
Uh-oh.
They defeated Spain. Obviously not in the last 2 years, in 2008 or 12. But yeah, they did defeat Spain. Still 5-3. So Deep still has a chance to make comeback. Which player has been in the Spain squad for the last 5 tournaments, from 2000 until 2006? Fernando Torres, Iker Casillas, Xavi, or Sergio Ramos?
Ramos.
Casillas.
Wait, sorry, Vidip, who'd you say?
Casillas.
Vidip's correct. I also, when I was taking the quiz, when I saw, it was Iker Casillas. He didn't play too much, but yeah, it was Casillas. So that's another point to Vidip. Vidip, you're 1 away from tying with Shav now. And now we're halfway through the competition. This is question 16 out of 30. Who scored the fastest goal in Euro history? No choices for this one.
Was it the guy from
10
Turkey? I don't
seconds.
remember his name.
No.
No?
No.
I have no idea.
Are there any hints?
Okay, I'll give you a hint. The game was Russia against Greece. Russia won 2-1.
I have no idea.
I have absolutely no idea.
The answer, Dmitry Kirichenko. 2-1 to Greece, 67 seconds. In the 2004 Euro.
I've heard the
Yeah,
name for the
I
very
had
first
this-
time.
1 second.
I had the same, like when I was searching, I had the same problem. I think I thought that it was Turkey, but I think it was like in World Cup or something like that, if I'm not
Yeah.
Yeah,
mistaken.
it was World Cup. Yeah, it was World Cup, yeah. So yeah, that one was a bit tricky. Next one. What's the player with the most appearances in Euro history?
Cristiano.
No
is it?
choices.
Cristiano.
Correct, it is
I think it's
Ronaldo
21.
with
Nobody has
21.
any. Yeah.
Yeah, it is Ronaldo with 21. Nicely done, Shelf. Okay, next one. Who scored the fastest hat trick in Euro history? I'll give you a hint. It's 18 minutes it took.
Yeah, think of like greatest players that played in like these competitions, you know.
In Euros.
Yeah, it's
Platini?
not
I'll
like
give you
I'll go
5
for Michel
seconds.
Platini.
It is Platini. It is Platini. Nice hint, Manuel. Yeah, when France beat Yugoslavia 3-2 in the
Yeah,
Euro
thanks,
'84. Vidip, you're still in this. You're still in this. Still chances. Still 11 more questions. Okay. Who was the youngest scorer in Euro history? Give you a hint. He played in the match. He scored in the match Switzerland against France.
It's got to be Mbappe.
no, it was in 2004.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, well, Vidip,
Ribery?
will give you one more chance because we didn't say the year.
Is it
I'll give you guys
Frank
5 more
Ribery?
seconds. Who, sorry?
Frank Ribery?
No.
No.
Shav, you have an answer?
No.
It was Johan von Lanthen for Switzerland. He was the youngest ever player to score with 18 years and 141 days in the Euro 2004. And that was close, guys. That was a bit difficult. Okay, number 20. Who was the oldest player to score in Euro history? He scored
play.
in.
Ronaldo?
Oh no, yeah,
Oh, sorry,
to
to
score.
play. Sorry, to play.
play,
sorry,
yeah,
to
to play.
Sorry, and it was in Euro 2016.
It was a
To
goalie,
play.
as far as I can remember. He was a goalie. He played for Hungary, I guess. I don't remember. He was
Did he
40 to
give an
43
answer?
odd.
Yeah, he was 40 years old. That's a hint. Anyone have an answer? No? Okay. Answer Gabor Karaly for Hungary. He starred in the Hungary match against Belgium when they lost 4-0. And yeah, he was the goalkeeper.
Yeah, I
Good
couldn't
attempt, good attempt.
put my finger on it. Yeah.
That's okay. That's okay. We have a few more questions, and then we can crown a winner. So I believe it's 6-3, or is it 5-3?
I'm not sure. I think it's 6-3.
6-3. Okay.
Yeah,
So here we
6-3.
go. So here we go for number 21. Name 3 countries that have never played in a Euro.
Can I name Asian countries?
Obviously.
No, it has to be a
Yep.
European country.
Okay.
I'll give you
Uh,
extended time on this one. I'll give
what?
you guys 15 more seconds.
Faroe Islands.
3 countries.
I'll put Luxembourg as one. I don't think
One?
they've participated.
You both have 1? You both have said 1? There's 10 more seconds.
Just think of countries in Europe, probably the most unlikely ones.
5.
Finland, I guess.
4.
Luxembourg and Finland.
Yeah, it
You haven't-
hasn't yet.
And you need one more answer. 3, 2, 1. And you were so
Norway.
close.
I'll put Norway, but I guess that's wrong.
No, it's not Norway. All the possible answers: Andorra, Armenia, Azerbaijan, Belarus, Bosnia and Bosnia, Cyprus, Estonia. I think Vidip said Faroe Islands. I think Shav
Yeah.
said
Yeah.
Finland. Finland's gonna make their debut though this year. Georgia, Gibraltar, Israel, Kazakhstan, Kosovo, Liechtenstein, Lithuania, Luxembourg. I think Shav said that. Malta, Moldova, Montenegro, North Macedonia, and San Marino. None of them have played in the Euro.
Yeah.
Okay, number 22. Svideep, you're still in this. There's 7 more questions. All you need is 3 answers to tie. Here we go. Only one person has won the European Championship as a player and as a manager. Can you name them?
Didier Deschamps. I think.
Incorrect. Here's a hint.
No.
Did it with West
It's not that
Germany
guy.
or Germany?
Yeah. I don't remember his name. Just give me a minute.
Okay, answer. Bertie Vogt. He
Yeah, I
played
think
for
he
what?
did
He
it
won
in
it.
72 and 94.
Yeah. Oh no, 72 and 96. Yeah, you were close. You were close now. You see, you knew
Yeah,
this
my
stuff.
bad,
You just
sorry.
couldn't say it. Yeah, you knew it. You knew it.
Yeah.
So that's another one. Marking it down. Okay, next one. In which year was the first European Championship held?
1958.
Incorrect. 12?
No.
1960.
Correct. Vidip got it.
60.
Oh,
I think
nicely
it was
done.
like it was held in 58. Then it was held again in 60. I think.
Oh, really? Oh,
Like
when I
the
searched up.
58 one was a bit informal, but it was the first one.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay, yeah.
Either way, you got it correct. Either way. So nicely done. Vidip's still
It
back
was
in
not-
this. 2 more to tie.
It was not the official one, so not organized by. You should have said that. Not organized by
Yeah. By
UEFA.
UEFA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
UEFA.
So, but you still got it correct. So, regardless, you're fine. So, 2 more to tie, Vidip. 3 teams have won 5 consecutive final matches. Which of these is not one of them? France, Spain, Netherlands, or Czech Republic?
And when you say final matches, we mean in the final competition, right?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
like that way. Okay. Can you repeat the
Post
options?
qualifying.
Yeah, post qualifying.
Yeah.
Can you repeat the options?
France, Spain, Netherlands, Czech Republic.
Czech Republic.
Incorrect. Shaw, if
It
you have
was,
an
I
answer.
think, France.
Incorrect. The answer was
Okay,
Spain.
I know that.
It was Spain.
Uh-oh.
Getting closer to the end. Getting closer to the end.
I think that was the most unexpected answer anybody could give. Spain.
It
because they
is.
won
It is the most
twice in
unexpected
a row.
answer.
So.
It is the most unexpected answer. Okay, number 25. Here we go. This man was named in the team of the tournament in 2008, 2012, and 2016? Is it Pepe, Carlos Puyol, Sergio Ramos, or Philip Lahm?
Pepe.
Correct. Oh
Correct.
man, Vadeep is coming back. One more away from tying. Oh,
I'm
this is
pretty
getting
like I
serious.
remember this because Ramos had a really bad year in 16 and Pepe was a
Yeah,
beast.
Yeah.
yeah, incredible Pepe was. Just and he's still incredible this year. Still maybe naming the squad. He's 38 years old, right? Oh, what a
Right.
Yeah, he's
defender.
38.
Yeah,
Okay, here
38.
we go. What a defender he is. Number 26. Cristiano Ronaldo's record as the youngest player in a Euro final was broken by this player. Who is he? Andrew Gomez, João Mario, Cedric Soares, or Renato Sanchez?
Renato
Renato
Sanchez.
Sanchez.
Oh, Deep
Yeah, I
said it
went for it.
first. Oh,
Yeah,
oh, you were so close. It's all tied up now. Okay,
yeah.
he was 18 years and 328 days. So it's all square, and we have 3 questions left. Okay, here we go. Now this game can go anyway. The Panenka penalty was born at the European Championships. But against who did Antonin Panenka score the first against?
I think it was in 1992, right?
Yeah, so who did he score against?
Was it Hungary?
No.
Incorrect. Shav, you have an answer?
No, I don't.
Videep, any last answers? I'll give you 3 seconds.
No.
Answer West Germany. That's where the Panenka was born. Okay. 2 questions left. This game could literally go anyway.
No,
Okay, here we
actually,
go.
like we have 3 questions because you jumped through one.
Oh, sorry. Which one did I miss? Oh
Before the
yes,
Panenka.
27. Yeah.
What's
Okay,
the
sorry.
score right now? Is it
Hmm.
tied?
Sorry?
Is the score tied right now?
Yeah, it's tied.
Okay.
Now this game can go anyway. Okay, sorry. I'll go back to the question I missed. This team won the tournament on their first appearance in the knockout stages. Who are they? Germany, Greece, Belgium, or Portugal?
What's the question?
This team won the tournament on their first ever appearance in the knockout stages. Who are they? Germany, Greece, Belgium, or Portugal?
Greece?
Greece.
Correct. Shaw,
Yeah,
you were so close. You both knew it.
I said it first, right?
Yeah, Vadeep said it
yeah, yeah.
first. Okay, so now Vadeep goes into the lead. And now Shalv, you're just behind just by one though. So 2 questions left. Now this game can seriously go anyway. Okay. Who was the top scorer at Euro 2004?
Was it Figo?
No.
Incorrect.
Okay, Wayne Rooney.
Incorrect. So you're out of answers, Vadeep. Shalv, you have any answers? 5, 4,
No.
3, 2,
Was it someone
1.
from England?
No, it wasn't. Oh. It wasn't. It was Milan Baros.
Yeah, from Czech
Yeah.
Republic
Never heard of him.
Yeah.
with
He
5
scored
Okay,
goals.
last
five.
question.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Shalv, you need to get this one if you want to go into extra time. Here we go. Which team has appeared which team has appeared at the most European Championships without winning the trophy?
England?
Correct, and Vadeep just
Correct.
won it. Oh, nicely done, Vadeep. Oh, Shalv, you
What
were
a
so close.
comeback.
Though.
That's
Yeah, what a
perfectly okay. Well
comeback.
done, man.
Yeah,
Well
Shalv, you
played.
did really well. Nicely done, nicely done. Really nicely
Yeah,
done,
nicely
Vadeep.
done, both
He,
of
he
you.
answered all the tough questions.
Yeah, and then Vadeep just got either the multiple choice or whatever, just any question. Nicely done, Vadeep. Nicely done, Shalv. Yeah.
Yeah, we could just put like the commentary of Liverpool goal against Barcelona, from REG. It's the perfect description of ultimate
It
comeback.
wasn't that bad.
Exactly. Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, obviously not that bad. Shav, you did so well. Shav, you did really well. But yeah, nicely done,
That's
Vadeep.
perfectly okay. Yeah, he
Nicely
did
done.
really
You
well.
did it. Yeah, we both did really well. So,
I
Deep, you
was
just
quite
won
surprised at
first
the
ever
stuff he
trivia.
knew.
Yeah. Shav knew so much. No, Shav knew all the answers, just Vadeep was faster.
Yeah,
So, nicely done from both of you. So, Vadeep, you won the first ever trivia on the Footy Report. Nicely done.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
We'll send you the
Yeah.
Champions League trophy tomorrow.
Don't worry. It's coming
that's
soon.
pretty fast.
Yeah, we
Tomorrow,
are fast. We are
across the
fast
world,
here.
we got it. Yeah. Touchline Report is the fastest. Don't worry. Okay, yeah. Thank you guys so much for participating. Well,
Yeah.
if everyone liked it, we can do it
Thank
again,
you guys for
definitely.
having me.
Yeah, definitely, of
Yeah,
course.
definitely. And thank you so much for hosting us. It was a great experience.
Of course, yeah. Hopefully, we can do next time. We're hoping to do a Copa America one next time. Some trivia there. So yeah, we'll
Yeah.
see who
Yeah.
can participate. And make sure to check out the viewers. Make sure to check out the Footy Report website. Shalv and Vidit write some really great articles. We have Euro articles, Copa America articles on everything. So yeah, make sure to leave the like on the video, subscribe, and yeah, hopefully we'll see you guys next Saturday. Maybe more trivia.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, guys.
Awesome.
Uh,
Take care.
thank you, everyone, and see you guys next Saturday.
See
See
you.
you.